Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watch One, and thanks for logging on. Today we go into full-blown throwback mode as we explore an IWC GST Chronograph reference 370703. You can see this 40mm titanium chronograph on our website, watchyouwant.com. Purchase it there, and if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Watch You Want Inc. You can also click on the card in the upper right-hand corner of the screen at any time to see our full listing for this watch with additional accessories included, full pricing details, and naturally additional high-resolution images. Now the watch is 40mm across the round of the case, not including the chronograph pushers or the crown. It is discreetly sized by the standards of contemporary IWC sports watches. That 40mm span is matched by a thickness that is reasonable for a sports watch, 14mm. It will clear a sports jacket or blazer sleeve, perhaps not the tightest of dress cuffs. It is fairly tidy from lug to lug, but the final link in the bracelet, the outcropping on each side about the lugs, does rigidly extend the span of the watch such that the effective extremity to extremity measurement across the wrist horizontally is 51mm. So in spite of the 40mm size, it does have great wrist presence. It also has immense charisma. The combination of that dished black matte dial and the satin titanium makes this a stunning tribute to a now largely bygone era of IWC pure utility watches. Very handsome. You can see that the watch has an integrated look to it, brought about by a wonderful, fully modular titanium bracelet. Now you can see how the lug swells and then meets the case in the other direction, tapers and pairs down as it flows into the diminishing links of this three-link bracelet. Now, the bottom line is it's only aesthetically a three-link, as it's actually an H pattern with interstitial links, and you'll note that those interstitial links feature a unique, fully sizable, fully removable architecture such that without a screwdriver or specialized jeweler's tool, you can actually do it with two toothpicks. You can remove every single link of this bracelet for precise sizing, or should you want to clean it thoroughly, again, you can break it down into its individual components, and that modular bracelet system remains in circulation on modern IWCs, but it debuted with the GST line. I should mention this reference was constructed from 1998 to 2003, so in terms of production availability, these are long gone. Now it's paired with a beautiful single-fold deployant in titanium, and you can see that it does have a trigger mechanism, so when it's closed securely, not friction fit, it can't pop open. It's also wonderfully low in profile. This is not a dive watch, so it has no need for a bulky clasp with an internal extension, and it maintains a nice low profile that will hold you in good stead against the rigors of desk diving. Now the dial itself is about as classic as IWC sports watches get. First of all, how about that beautiful International Watch Co. script across 12 o'clock? The very definition of bygone style in IWC parlance. The bottom line is that International Watch Co. is something rarely seen, and then usually only on vintage-inspired editions in the modern catalog. You'll also note that the bezel itself is sloped down to a sort of dial base linked by a rayhot, bearing, of course, the corporate marquee, but also the calibrations that can be used for timing intervals with the chronograph, and it's got a sort of telemeter scale to it. Now, the bottom line is that the watch, tachometric scale to it. The watch also has a tri-register chronograph born of the underlying Valjoux 7750 caliber, but IWC makes substantial changes to the caliber such that it becomes renamed 7922, and the 25 jewel 7922 is a very different animal than the 7750 Abausch that IWC received from ETA. Now, they make many changes, starting with the barrel, including the train wheels, right down to the regulating mechanism and the finish on the bridges, the screws, and the rotor. Of course, IWC also fits a high-performance balance and hairspring to bring this watch effectively up to a standard that would be considered equivalent to something like an ETA chronometer grade 7750, but it maintains all of the underlying virtues of that caliber. Unidirectional winding, it's a very efficient winder with a 44-hour power reserve. It also features the hacking seconds function, pull the crown, stop the balance, synchronize the watch precisely, as well as a double quickset function such that when you pull the crown to the second position, you can rapidly cycle both the day and the date. Now the watch has a crisp chronograph actuation. In spite of the fact that it's a cam system, IWC, again, does all of the tuning of this watch itself, from tuning the chronograph for crisp actuation to adjusting the movement in 5 positions, which is an impressive investment of labor in a customer caliber. This is a fantastic watch that's functionally outstanding, right down to its 120-meter water resistance. Handsome enough that it could be your only watch, even for formal occasions. If you don't need the thinnest of thin dress watches, there's absolutely no reason why you can't wear this with a suit. And with a high degree of water resistance and full titanium construction, there's also no reason why you can't wear it with a bathing suit. With a chronograph, the king of complications, and a day date, the most practical of complications, this truly is a watch that has it all. Plus, with the newest of these watches, now approaching 13 years old, it's also got something that contemporary references will never have, which is discontinued street cred. See this classical IWC GST chronograph in titanium and buy it on our website, watchyouwant.com.